It's your Nurse Mira. Okay. And this is for Nurse Mira Vlogs. Okay. So God bless everyone. Hope you're all fine, okay, and in good health. Okay. So we are still in pandemic time. So I want to impart some health tips or some DOH guidelines or other factors that concerning our health during pandemic time. Okay, so let me start with this isolation and quarantine for general population guidelines by the DOH, no? So because they have released a new guidelines. Okay, so unlike before, because of this vaccinations, so they have this new guidelines. Okay, let us see for those na hindi pa nila alam. So let me read for you all. At sa nakakaalam, ay ito ipaalala ulit. Okay? So, isolation and quarantine for general population. I'm reading now. This is coming from the DOH. It was posted last January 13, 2022 from Department of Health. Okay? So, pag sinabing isolation, so isolation, what is their term? Isolation is for people who have been infected and tested positive for COVID-19. So, pagka tayo ay infected, so you have to be in isolation, no? Isolation ang term, no? Okay, so this is with symptoms or none. So, depende. Basta you are COVID positive, you have to isolate. Okay? So, I continue my readings. Isolation is for people who have been infected and tested positive for COVID-19 with symptoms or none, both fully vaccinated and unvaccinated. So, regardless of our vaccination status, whether we are fully vaccinated or unvaccinated, once we are infected, we are COVID positive, we have to be in isolation. Okay, so that's clear, no? So, but here's the variation. If we are positive case, asymptomatic, mild, moderate symptoms. So, if we are COVID positive but we are asymptomatic. Pag sa asymptomatic, ano lang siya? Mild, moderate symptoms, no? Okay. So, pagka we are fully vaccinated, our isolation days is only 7 days. Okay? Or at the advice of your doctor. So, depende pa rin doon sa doctor. So, it depends kasi on the symptoms you are suffering. Okay? Or manifesting on you. Okay? If you are partially vaccinated or unvaccinated, you have to isolate for 10 days. So, yun yung variation, friends. Or at the advice pa rin of your doctor because depends on the symptoms you are experiencing, because it varies upon in an individual. Okay, then for those positive case with severe and critical symptoms, so this time they are symptomatic and they have experiencing severe case, no, and critical symptoms. So both vaccinated and unvaccinated should undergo 21 days of isolation. And it also depends on the advice of the doctor because sometimes it goes beyond, because if you are in a critical or severe symptoms, you are sent to the hospital and under monitoring, close monitoring. Okay? Then, if we are only close contact, the term is quarantine. Okay? So, quarantine is for those who have been exposed and can possibly develop infection. Exposed ka, so there's a possibility that you can develop an infection. So, people who become close contact, ito yung mga first contact, no? With confirmed cases of COVID-19 should quarantine. So, yun yung mag-home care isolation tayo. We have to isolate or quarantine at home. Okay? So, ito yun sila yung mga close contact. Okay. So, how many days? Pagka fully vaccinated, you have to self-isolate or do the home care for 5 days. Or it also depends on the advice of the doctor. Kasi it depends if the symptoms persist. Yun. So, nagka-develop ka na ng symptoms, you have to submit na to swab test, no? Or the RT-PCR test for confirmation of if you are infected or not. Okay? But for those who are partially vaccinated, yung mga partially vaccinated only having the first dose, or those unvaccinated, they have to quarantine for 14 days. And also, it depends on the advice of the doctor. And depending also on the symptoms, if you are developing symptoms. So, as well as you have to do the confirmatory test or the RT-PCR or the swab test for confirmation if there's an infection. Okay, because you are close to the infected, have close contact with the infected person. So that is our new DOH guidelines, friends, that we have to follow. So still there is distinction of those having fully vaccinated and partially vaccinated. So I am advising everyone to follow the DOH, and we have to make some safe precautions to ourselves. We have to submit for vaccination, fully vaccination, or having a booster dose. This will help us, our body, recuperate or combat the infection. Just in case we have close contact, we cannot develop severe symptoms. In my case, last time I was being positive of COVID-19, but I am thankful because at that time, although I am partially vaccinated, it's only my first dose, and I have quarantined. I've been isolated for 10 days, up to the equivalent of 21 days plus home isolation. But I am so thankful I was not developing severe symptoms. So kaya rin natin yon, yung mga ubo, sipon, sore throat. Ayun. So that's the benefits of having vaccination, friends. So huwag natin baliwalain yung mga paalala sa atin, no? Always by the DOH. So, and it's also a matter of checking our health status, because going to the vaccination center, you are checked, you are monitored by our nurses and by a doctor. So, you can also do the free checkup. Yes, a doctor can also give you free check consultation on your health regarding your hypertension, if there's any hypertension. So you can also take medications. Then afterwards, if your blood pressure lowers, then you can proceed to vaccination. And it's good for our health. Why? Because it helps our immune system detects the virus that are foreign, that are coming to our body, because our immune system has already developed a defense, and that is our vaccination. Okay, that's the vaccine that is instilled in our body. Okay, but most of all, our faith in God is above all. Okay, so we have to trust in God, but we have to do something, precautions, health protocols like social distancing, hand washing, using of face masks, surgical masks, or just like this one, the N95 mask if we are in close contact with anyone. Okay, and also we have to be very, very careful this time, still in pandemic, and many things happened around us. Many are infected because of not following the health protocols. So wag na tayong gumaya. Okay friends, wag na tayong gumaya. At always, that is for our health. I have watched, I have read some stories of those infected also of COVID-19. They said they have already do some precautions, but still they are infected, maybe because of the other people around them that are not so cautious about the health protocols. So once kasi merong isang infected within the family, and it especially this Omicron will spread very, very widely, no? Na ano siya, very contagious compared to the other variants. So we have to very, very careful, friends, this time. Okay? So but before going to that extremely severe cases of COVID-19, we have to be very, very cautious, friends. So mas maganda na rin yung nakakasiguro at tayo ay protektado. So kailangan natin mag-vaccine. Ayan, like me, I'm fully vaccinated with my booster dose Pfizer. I'm not really recommending to all that you have to do the Pfizer. Any booster vaccines will do to you. Okay, I'm having my AstraZeneca, and this time I'm having my Pfizer because Pfizer is available at that time. I'm doing my booster dose. So if there's Moderna, then Moderna. If you are having AstraZeneca and then AstraZeneca booster dose is available, then take it. That's for our good. Okay, so that's all. Bye bye. God bless everyone. I'm hoping you are all in safe condition. Okay, so if you are new in my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Okay, so that's all. So friends, thanks and God bless. Okay, bye.